Superhero Critic. I'll stay super as long as you stay awesome, and welcome to BatMan! Return of the Joker was the first and only movie in the Batman Beyond franchise. Placed directly after the third season, although it was originally planned for Halloween of 2000, it was released on December 12, 2000 instead, despite delays that forced it to be re-edited due to the backlash of violence in children's media that would result from the Columbine massacre. The most notable changes were the death of the Joker scenes, where the original version showcased him dying through electrocution instead of being shot by Tim Drake, like he does in the uncut version. All of the original Batman Beyond cast reprised their roles, as well as Mark Hamill coming back for the Joker, and Arlene Sorkin coming back to voice Harley again. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the only Batman Beyond movie, Return of the Joker. The movie begins with the Joker's gang breaking into a tech place and attempting to steal tech, despite Bonk not wanting to. They are then interrupted, of course, by Batman, who teases Bonk.
Yeah, Bonk, don't.
Oh, I'm getting dizzy. Oh, I'm getting dizzy. I'm gonna go through. No. Batman, of course, holds his own, but eventually gets overpowered by the amount of opponents he's actually facing. They try to get away as he follows suit. Through the fight, however, Bonk almost chokes him out.
Flagpole. What did you say? Flagpole.
I swear to God, I thought he said asshole first. You know where my mind goes? Chucko manages to get away with the component that they actually needed as they blow up the building.
That ain't coming out of my allowance.
Nope, that requires superhero insurance, and Terry is poor. Terry talks to Bruce about what the Jokers could possibly want, as we learn that Bruce has taken Wayne Enterprises back from Price. They feel like they have no lead, so instead an exhausted Terry heads to the club with his girlfriend, almost falling asleep on her. Meanwhile, at the Joker's hideout, they report to their boss, but Bonk is furious that they are going for tech instead of money. Bonk wants out, but he learns the hard way that this is the real Joker.
Oops. No, I wasn't.
That's gonna hurt.
The Joker has a villain speech. It has his gang pledge their loyalty while Ghoul helps look for a new system scanner before we jump to a gala at Wayne Enterprises. This quickly gets interrupted by the Jokers, and Bruce gets to see an unwanted familiar face.
Hello, Gotham. Joker's back in town.
Well, there go the insurance rates. Terry jumps in to protect Bruce, but again it's quickly overpowered, causing the villains to get away, as our hero saves the lives of some citizens instead of stopping them. Terry pokes Bruce to tell him more about the Joker before we go to an adult Tim Drake who is scared of what he sees on TV. Terry then goes to Barbara for information.
Mish? You understand English, McGinnis? Scram.
Love to. But first, what can you tell me about clowns?
One thing I can tell you is that some of them like to live in your closet. Oh, fuck you, hero! Point stands. Barbara also tells Terry to drop the issue regarding the Joker as Bruce tries to prove that it cannot possibly be the same person from his past. Terry again wants to know what happened in the past, but stubborn old Bruce just won't budge, and instead demands the Batsuit back, essentially firing him despite Terry wanting to still do the job as Batman. That night, while Terry is at the club again with Dana, the Dee twins in civil disguises go after Terry as a distraction, while Joker goes straight after Bruce.
Don't get up, Bruce. It's just an old friend come by to say hello.
No, we don't want any Joker cookies. Go away! Joker taunts Bruce, alluding to the past and things only the two of them would know, while Terry tries to take on all of the Jokers, without revealing who he is, which is better said than done since he has to take on all 5 at once, and having to save Dana's life. He eventually, however, shows over the giant lava lamp flooding the building. Terry heads back to the Batcave to find Bruce doused with Joker toxin, but is able to give him a serum that Bruce had been making. After Terry notices Price on the news, he asks Barbara for the information so he can actually help. We then head to the past as we see Tim Drake ambushed by Harley Quinn. He goes missing for 3 weeks until the Joker gives them a present.
We were sent an invitation.
Be an Indian giver, but I don't want that present. Batman and Batgirl head to where Joker is hiding in Arkham, finding that the Joker had kidnapped and brainwashed Robin into becoming his own little Joker. This, of course, starts a fight between the 4 of them, as Batman's anger can clearly be seen taken over. During the fight, however, Harley's bazooka knocks her and Batgirl off the edge, and while Batgirl tries to save Harley's life, her clothes rip, dropping her down below. Joker then reveals what exactly he did to Tim with the forced therapy through electricity and Joker formula, and he also reveals that he knows who Batman actually is.
Behind all the sturm and batarangs, you're just a little boy in a play suit crying for mommy and daddy. It'd be funny if it weren't so pathetic. No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
I mean, the Joker's not wrong here. This drives Batman even angrier until he shoves him out of the theater booth, beating the crap out of each other until Joker overpowers him, giving Tim a gun to finally end Batman's life once and for all. But what happens instead is the most gruesome death in Batman history.
That's not funny. That's not...
Tim, you clearly missed your target. Go back to shooting practice. Tim has a clear mental breakdown as we go back to the present with Barbara explaining the rest of the story. Terry makes a visit to Tim to question him, and all he gets is an anger-filled response where he just looks guilty. Terry thinks he's innocent, though, as the Jokers go to Price's yacht, and the Joker has decided Price is a loose end that needs to be dealt with. Batman, of course, intervenes, but the Joker split, and Batman learns the yacht is being targeted by a giant laser. Price is taken into custody as Terry realizes the Robin suit is the only one destroyed, as well as the fact that the items stolen can be put together to make a satellite in order to control defenses. Thinking Tim is behind everything, having him head to Tim's work. But it's only a hologram as Batman is trapped and he learns his hunch was right, forcing the lasers to destroy themselves. Batman tracks Joker down in an abandoned candy factory, but he's not happy with that as he hijacks the Batmobile tracking system and begins trying to laser him to death, destroying parts of Gotham in the process. Joker, however, begins acting under the weather, stopping his attack, allowing Terry to head to the candy factory, crash landing after he's shot down. Ace then jumps into action himself.
Who's a good boy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We love you, Ace.
Batman knocks out Ghoul as the twins try their hand, only to fail as they crash into each other. Batman then finds a fainted Tim Drake, who goes into a psychological down spiral, eventually revealing that it's a case of Jekyll and Hyde once the Joker finally takes back over his body.
Oh, I never get tired of that.
That's not terrifying at all. Joker villain monologues on how he did what he did, putting his DNA inside of a microchip when he did what he did to Tim. The Joker then decides to target all of the people in Terry's lives before Ace saves the day. Batman, however, knocks the hand buzzer out of his hand, causing the system to target the building. Terry then realizes the Joker was just a huge ego and psychoanalyzes him, taunting him by telling him he doesn't think he's funny in any way, causing the angry clown to try to choke Terry out. But he learns in a shocking way he's not the same as Bruce.
Ha ha.
The missile system is stopped after mild destruction, and Terry visits Tim in the hospital. He thanks him for everything he did, and Bruce shows that it's time to forgive Tim. The movie then ends with Terry going out on patrol.
This film is great.
The movie was received well and has nothing but positive reviews with an amazing 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the film has also spawned a comic book adaptation released back in February of 2001 that was also redone with all the edits of the film, as well as a tie-in video game released on Game Boy Color, PlayStation, and the N64. The film was also nominated for multiple rewards, winning Best Animated Home Entertainment Production, and with Hamill winning the Best Animated Character Performance.
And overall, it's just a fun film to throw on whenever you're bored and just watch. It's not too complicated, the story is great, the plot is great, and the voice acting is immaculate. That being said, what more can you say? I am your superhero critic, and I'll stay super as long as you stay awesome.